What if the Audi A6 you already know was transformed into a sleek electric luxury car with nearly 400 miles of range and charging that can add hundreds of miles in minutes? Meet the Audi A6 e-tron. And this may be one of Audi's most important electric cars yet. 2. Introduction. For decades, the Audi A6 has been one of the brand's most important executive cars. It has competed with the BMW 5 Series, Mercedes-Benz E-Class and other premium sedans by combining comfort, technology and understated design. But the A6 e-tron changes the formula. Instead of a gasoline engine, it uses Audi's new premium platform electric architecture, or PPE. The result is an electric luxury car designed around efficiency, long-distance comfort and high-speed charging. And depending on the market and version, the A6 e-tron can be offered as a sleek sportback or a practical avant wagon. For this review, we're focusing primarily on the sportback. Audi's current US information lists the A6 Sportback e-tron with a starting price of $66,700 for the current model year, while European specifications vary by version. 3. Exterior design. The first thing you notice is the shape. The A6 Sportback e-tron is low, wide and extremely aerodynamic. Audi has replaced the traditional engine grille with its closed electric interpretation of the single frame. Slim lighting elements give the front a futuristic appearance, while the flowing roofline helps the car cut through the air. And this isn't just styling. Audi achieved a drag coefficient as low as 0.21 for the Sportback e-tron, making it the most aerodynamic Audi ever produced according to the company. Flush door handles, carefully shaped air curtains and a smooth underbody all contribute to that number. The available lighting technology is another major feature. Audi offers advanced LED lighting, and depending on specification, digital lighting signatures can give the car different visual identities. The A6 e-tron also offers a panoramic glass roof and a range of wheel designs. And because wheel size, lighting and exterior packages vary by market, buyers should check their local specification before assuming every feature is standard. Overall, the design looks less like a traditional A6 and more like Audi's vision of an electric Grand Tourer. 4. Interior. Inside, Audi takes a very modern approach. The dashboard is dominated by a large digital display environment. The main digital instrument cluster measures 11.9 inches, while the central MMI touchscreen measures 14.5 inches. There can also be a dedicated passenger display, creating what Audi calls a panoramic digital stage. The idea is simple. Put important information in front of the driver while giving passengers their own entertainment and interaction space. The cabin uses premium materials, soft touch surfaces and carefully integrated controls. The seating position remains comfortable and supportive, while the long wheelbase helps provide useful passenger space. And because this is a sportback, practicality hasn't been forgotten. The rear seats can fold in a 40/20/40 configuration. That allows passengers and cargo to share the space in different combinations. The car also provides both a rear luggage compartment and a small front storage area, or frunk. Official technical data lists approximately 502 liters of rear luggage capacity, expanding to about 1,330 liters with the rear seats folded, plus a 27-liter front compartment. So although the A6 e-tron looks sporty, it remains practical enough for everyday luxury car duty. 5. Technology. Technology is one of the A6 e-tron's strongest areas. The 11.9-inch Audi virtual cockpit sits directly in front of the driver. The 14.5-inch MMI display handles the main infotainment functions. Navigation can work with the electric drivetrain to help plan charging stops. That matters because EV navigation isn't simply about finding the destination. The system needs to know where and when the vehicle should recharge. Audi's e-tron route planning technology can identify charging stations along a journey and help manage the route around available battery range. Smartphone connectivity is also part of the package, while Audi's connected services bring additional remote and online functions. For music, an available premium Bang & Olufsen audio system provides an upgraded listening experience. And depending on market and equipment, Audi offers additional displays, advanced lighting and driver assistance technology. This is very much a digital luxury car. 6. Engine and performance. Of course, there is no traditional engine here. Instead, the A6 e-tron uses electric motors powered by a high-voltage battery. And this is where specifications can become confusing because Audi offers several versions. The rear-wheel drive A6 e-tron performance uses a single electric motor. European technical data lists 270 kilowatts, with up to 280 kilowatts using launch control. There is also a Quattro version using two motors. Audi lists the A6 e-tron Quattro at up to 340 kilowatts, while launch control figures can vary by version. In the current US lineup, Audi lists the A6 Sportback e-tron Quattro at 456 horsepower with launch control. The battery is around 100 kilowatt-hours in the larger battery versions. And charging is one of the car's biggest advantages. With its 800-volt electrical architecture, Audi says the A6 e-tron can accept DC charging at up to 270 kilowatts. Under suitable conditions, a 10–80% charge can take around 21 minutes. Range also depends heavily on version. Audi's US figures currently quote up to 392 miles EPA-estimated for the rear-wheel drive A6 Sportback e-tron with the Ultra package. European WLTP figures differ. For example, Audi lists up to 627 kilometers for an entry-level rear-wheel drive Sportback e-tron in Germany. So never compare an EPA number directly with a WLTP number as if they were the same test. 7. Driving experience. The A6 e-tron isn't designed to be a track car. Its mission is different. It's an electric luxury grand tourer. That means smooth acceleration, quiet cruising and strong stability at highway speeds. The instant torque from the electric motors makes acceleration effortless. The rear-wheel drive version should feel more progressive, while Quattro versions provide additional traction and stronger performance. Audi's Drive Select system allows the driver to change the vehicle's behavior depending on the situation. And the low-mounted battery helps keep the center of gravity low. That can improve stability and body control. The long wheelbase also contributes to a planted feeling on the highway. But the real achievement may be efficiency. The slippery 0.21 drag coefficient means the car doesn't need to fight the air as hard as many larger vehicles. That can help both efficiency and highway range. The A6 e-tron therefore feels less like an electric experiment and more like a mature luxury car that happens to use electric power. 8. Safety. Safety technology is another important part of the A6 e-tron. Depending on market and equipment, Audi offers systems such as adaptive cruise assistance, lane centering assistance, parking assistance, cameras and other driver support technologies. And there is now real independent safety data. In the United States, the A6 Sportback e-tron has earned an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus rating. The current IIHS listing gives the 2027 A6 Sportback e-tron strong ratings across major crashworthiness categories and lists its standard front crash prevention systems. That is an important distinction from simply saying a vehicle has lots of safety. Technology. The A6 e-tron has now been independently tested. Of course, driver assistance systems are designed to support the driver, not replace them. 9. Reliability and ownership. Reliability is more difficult to judge because the A6 e-tron is still a relatively new model. There isn't yet the same long-term reliability history available for it as for older A6 generations. But an EV has fewer conventional powertrain components than a gasoline car. There is no traditional engine oil, conventional exhaust system or multi-speed combustion engine transmission to maintain. That can simplify some routine maintenance. However, battery systems, electronics, tires and suspension components remain important ownership considerations. In the US, Audi's current warranty information lists a 4-year or 50,000-mile new vehicle limited warranty, while Audi Signature Care provides scheduled maintenance for 3 years or 30,000 miles on qualifying 2026 models. Ownership costs will also depend on electricity prices, charging habits and local service rates. And resale value is still difficult to predict with confidence because the A6 e-tron's market history is relatively short. 10. Competitor comparison. The A6 e-tron's biggest competitors include the BMW i5, Mercedes-Benz EQE and Tesla Model S, depending on market and configuration. The BMW i5 offers excellent driving dynamics and a familiar luxury car experience. The Mercedes EQE emphasizes comfort and a highly digital cabin. Tesla brings a strong charging ecosystem and minimalist technology approach. But the Audi sits somewhere between them. It offers premium German build quality, a conventional luxury car driving position, advanced technology and very fast charging. And the Sportback body gives it a particularly elegant shape. Its biggest advantage may be balance. It's sporty enough to be interesting, comfortable enough for long journeys and practical enough for everyday use. 11. Pros and cons. Pros. Excellent aerodynamics. The 0.21 drag coefficient is a major engineering achievement. Long-range potential. The U.S. A6 Sportback e-tron can reach up to 392 EPA-estimated miles in the specified RWD Ultra configuration. Very fast charging. Up to 270 kilowatts DC charging in approximately 21 minutes from 10 to 80% under suitable conditions. Premium interior. The cabin combines luxury materials with Audi's latest digital interface. Strong safety performance. The A6 Sportback e-tron has earned an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus rating. Cons. Specifications vary by market. Power, range and equipment can change significantly between versions. Large wheels can affect efficiency. Choosing larger wheels can reduce range compared with the most efficient configuration. New model reliability history. There isn't enough long-term data yet to make definitive reliability claims. Charging infrastructure still matters. Even a fast-charging EV is only as convenient as the charging network available on your routes. 12. Buying advice. Who should buy the A6 e-tron? If you want a premium electric car for commuting, highway travel and everyday luxury, it's one of Audi's most compelling options. It's particularly attractive if you have reliable access to home charging. The long range of the efficient rear-wheel drive version makes it suitable for people who regularly travel long distances. The Quattro version makes more sense if additional traction and stronger performance are priorities. But if you don't have convenient charging at home or work, the ownership experience becomes more dependent on public charging. And if maximum performance is your priority, Audi's S6 e-tron or RS e-tron GT may be more appropriate. The A6 e-tron is ultimately about balance. Luxury, efficiency, technology, range, and effortless performance. 13. Final verdict. The Audi A6 e-tron represents a major change for one of Audi's most important nameplates. Instead of simply taking the traditional A6 and replacing the engine with batteries, Audi has built an electric car around a dedicated modern platform. The result is a sleek design with exceptional aerodynamics, a high-tech interior, long-range potential and extremely fast charging. And perhaps the most impressive part is how normal it feels. It doesn't feel like you're driving a science experiment. It feels like you're driving an Audi A6. Just a much quieter, much faster and much more efficient one. There are still questions about long-term reliability, resale value and how specifications will evolve across markets. But the fundamental package is extremely convincing. The A6 e-tron proves that an electric luxury car doesn't have to sacrifice comfort, practicality or style. It can deliver all three while adding the instant response and efficiency of electric power. So if you're looking for a premium EV that can handle daily commuting on Monday and a long highway journey on Friday, the A6 e-tron deserves a serious look. Because this isn't simply the electric version of an Audi A6. This is Audi showing us what the A6 can become in the electric era. If you enjoyed this review, subscribe for more detailed car reviews, EV comparisons, future cars and automotive technology. And tell me in the comments, would you choose the A6 e-tron over the BMW i5 or Mercedes EQE?